to Bucks territory and get the dub. 39-37. This touchdown pass for Brock Bradley to Corey Barber with 50 seconds to go was the game winner, the first win over the Bucks for Spain Park since 2015. And we welcome Spain Park coach Tim Vakakis to the set. And Tim, how big was that win for you, your team, and the long-term plans you have for this program?
Well, I mean, you can sit there and say it was another game, but it's not another game. And everybody knows that, so to get that win in dramatic fashion like we did, it was special for the community. We had guys coming down on the field that played there in early 2000s, mid 2000s in tears, and it just goes to show that our kids can do a lot of great things. And but last year was last year, and we're going to have to come out here and hopefully try to make some plays.
Coach, you had a couple key losses in the offseason. One kid went to Clay Chalkville. You had one C.J. Cowley that came to Hoover. How did you address that situation with your team?
Hey, man, next man up. It's our kids put a lot into our program, and we hold them to a very high standard, and it's not easy to do what we do. It's not. So the kids that we've got are really tough, and our parents allow us to coach them hard and love them hard, and we treat them like our sons. So when a kid or a family decides to go somewhere else, we wish them the best, and there's no hard feelings. But the kids that are here, that wearing that baby blue means a lot to them, and when that happens, the good things happen.
Well, your team responded Friday, Tim. 48 points at Sparkman, 4 TD passes by Brock Bradley, Mason McClure, a couple of TD catches, Nick McKissick, J.D. Thompson, both went over 100 yards on the ground. That's some good offensive production.
Well, I mean, you look at our production from last year, like y'all said, either graduation or transferred out, you're looking at 90% of the production gone, so it's still kind of up in the air of where that production is going to who's going to replace it. But we do have some young guys that are really talented, and anytime you got somebody like Brock Bradley, you got a chance. So these kids are excited, man, and I think tonight's going to be a really good atmosphere.
Coach, what will be the key tonight to get back-to-back wins over the Bucks?
We got to protect the football. I mean, these games right here that one turnover can change the game, and we got to keep swinging. No matter what it looks like, and we tell our kids all the time we train like heavyweights for these moments, and it's not always going to be perfect. It's not always going to be pretty, but you got to keep swinging, and you got to make plays, and we can't let the elements of around us, the emotion of around us, affect how we play. So hopefully our focus is there, and we got to protect the football and make some plays.
All right, Tim, thanks for joining us.
Thanks,
Hey, good luck tonight.
Thank y'all.
Well, the Hoover Bucks come into this game 0-1, but they didn't open up with a cupcake. They played IMG Academy on ESPN2. This is a team that has plenty of D1 recruits. They beat the Bucks 34-14. Louisville commit ran for 3 touchdowns. Wake commit AJ Marks had a pick 6, but Chip English saw bright spots in the Bucks' effort.
Wish we'd have got a couple possessions back offensively, and but overall, I thought the guys played well. It was almost an unfair barometer of where we were, but at the same time, our guys were willing to compete and they never gave up.
Tuesday, English was coaching his guys up hard, openly challenging them, which is what the good coaches do. One guy who brings it night in and night out is Jonah Winston, who had 6 catches for 82 yards in this electrifying 40-yard TD catch and run.
Obviously, we know he's a guy for us that needs the ball in his hands, and so, but yeah, spectacular. He eluded a Georgia commit and then outran a Wake Forest commit. So, he has the ability. He's one of the best in the country at what he does.
Well, last week a downpour in McAdory. Today, the weather's pretty good, Jamie.
Yeah, let's check in with legendary James Spann, who's out here with us on the field. James.
Whenever people call me legendary, that just means I'm old. But listen, this is the best part of my week, Blitz game day, and we are at Spain Park, and we got some mid-level clouds here, but the low levels are dry. We're very comfortable that there will be no rain at this site tonight. Let's go right to the radar, and the bulk of the rain today has been across the southern half of the state, and I think that's where the rain stays tonight. If you're in Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, Anniston North, you're good. South of Interstate 20, maybe a little light rain, but the better chance of rain will be south of US 80. That's south of Selma, Montgomery, Opelika. Temperatures are amazingly pleasant out here. I mean, come on, this is still August, but readings are mostly in the 80s. We've got 88 degrees at Birmingham, 84 degrees in Pell City, upper 80s in Tuscaloosa. They'll come down nicely. Here's our forecast for the ball game tonight. We'll see some mid-level clouds around, but the sky will be mostly fair. Upper 70s at kickoff, mid-70s at the half, 70 on the way home, and again, should be dry for all the games north of Birmingham. Jeff and Jamie, back to you.
All right, James, thank you very much. Still to come on Blitz Game Day, an act of heroism at Sylacauga High last week that saved a football official's life.
And I'll visit with Spain Park quarterback Brock Bradley. Blitz Game Day rolls on from Spain Park High School on another fantastic Football Friday.
Test, 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 test. Cool. Probably so, yeah. Probably so. This is live? Really?
Welcome back to Blitz Game Day. We've got energy, we've got passion, and we've got the quarterback of the Jags with us.
We're here with Spain Park quarterback and Clemson commit Brock Bradley. Brock, it's about to be the biggest game in rivalry high school football against Hoover tonight. I'm going to cut straight to it. What's going through your mind right now?
Yeah, a lot going through the mind. It's a big game, but you can't make it, bigger than it is. So we're just going to come out here and execute and try to have some fun tonight. I
mean, this isn't just any other game. This is Spain Park versus Hoover. How do you balance all the emotion of a rivalry game and focus on your execution?
Yeah, I think you try to make it smaller than it actually is, people are going to hype this game up, and we know that. But, like I said, we just got to focus on us, We can't beat ourselves tonight. So if we come out here and execute, it'll be a good night for us.
As a senior, what does it mean to you personally to be able to lead your team out in front of this huge matchup?
It means the world. It's always been my dream to change the narrative here at Spain Park, and I feel like we've been able to do that, but we're not done yet, so we got a big one tonight.
Hoover's defense is known to be speedy and disciplined. What have you worked on all week with your team? What's been the key focus this week?
Yeah, they got a lot of athletes, specifically on the defensive side of the ball. A lot of guys that will be playing on Saturdays, and we know that. But, Coach V's came up with a good game plan for us this week, and we're just going to try to execute like we do every week.
Last time playing in this rivalry with a Jags uniform before you head off to Clemson, how much will this mean to get a win?
It'd mean the world, We were able to do it last year, but, I want to go down as the first group to do it twice. So, that's a big goal of ours, and we're just going to come here and try to have some fun tonight.
Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Back to you.
All right, Jamie, thank you very much. Tonight, one more round of non-region play, and then we start the games that really matter when it comes to the playoffs. The biggest one tonight, 7th-ranked Mountain Brook taking on number 1 Parker. I should say the biggest one other than Hoover Spank Park, of course. Johnny Condon is covering that one for us, JC.
Yeah, that's right, Jeff and Jamie. Thanks so much, and welcome to Parker High School, where now I'm lucky enough to be joined by the head coach of the Thundering Herd. It's Frank Warren. And Frank, tonight you welcome in Mountain Brook, a team you know all too well. This will be your 3rd meeting with them in the last calendar year. What is it about this matchup that always brings great football on Fridays?
Mountain Brook's always a playoff team, coach real well, and discipline. You have to beat them, you got to play real well. And discipline football, so, it's love to see a team like this early on.
You got a big win over Ramsey last week, and Dylan Reese really seemed poised and composed at quarterback last year. I know he started a handful of games last year, but with no Naeem offered to kind of split that duties, how comfortable are you as an offensive staff in making sure that this kid can take care of the football and he can get the job done?
Dylan Reese been working hard all summer. He's ready for this moment. Fortunately, had a little injury last year that came out a couple of games to start, but you can see he's taking that leadership role for us this year, man. And the guys we lost, that guys stepping up for him.
Defending 6A champs, there's a target on your back each and every single week. How has the expectation changed going through an off season, knowing that these kids are going to get the opponent's best shot each and every week?
I know we got to work twice as hard because we got a bullseye on our back. Everybody want to beat Parker, and so we got to give everybody their best matchup when they see us.
Final question tonight: if there's one matchup on the field that you're going to be watching against them, what's it going to be?
Up front on both sides of the ball.
It always comes down to the trenches, and when it comes to the trenches, nobody has more dogs than Frank Warren and the Parker Thundering Herd. They take on the Mountain Brook Spartans tonight at 7 o'clock. We'll have post-game in reaction tonight coming up at the ABC 33 Morning News at 10. But for now, from Parker High School, I'm Johnny Condon. That's Frank Warren. Back to you, Jeff and Jamie.
All right, now we're joined by Drew Ellis, the director of the Pride of the Park Marching Band. Drew, thank you. Many of your 155 members joining us on the show. I wonder, does the band get more juiced when it's a big game like this?
Absolutely. I mean, we spend all week doing extra rehearsals. We have stadium rehearsals. These kids they go to church with kids from Hoover. They played youth sports with them, and so I know there's some smack talk and some little kids group text going on. So I know, especially coming off the big win last year. Yeah, it's definitely like kind of an electric week for us for sure.
Yeah.
It's going to be a sold-out crowd here tonight. What can fans expect at halftime from you guys?
Well, our show this year is called Oceans Apart, and I don't want to give too much away because there's a big surprise at the end. But the general gist of the show is that we have a female protagonist, and she her love interest goes off to sea. And a bunch of action happens along the way, and then there's an interesting resolution at the end. It's got a little bit for everybody, some Journey in there, some Billie Eilish, things like that. So we like it a lot. The kids have a good time playing it. We hope everybody enjoys it as well.
Yeah, that'll be fun. The drum majors are Lexi Beard, Brody Hamilton, and
Levi Johnson.
Levi Johnson, absolutely. Thank you. Now let's hear from the Pride of the Park. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
squad coming up.
Yeah, and compelling photos from a week ago in Sylacauga when a member of a football officiating crew leaped into action to save one of his own. That story next on Blitz Game Day.
Welcome back to Blitz Game Day. We are here at Spain Park High School. The Jags hosting the Hoover Bucks tonight. Now, Jeff, officiating crews are a tight-knit group of people.
Yeah, the crews really form a brotherhood, and what happened in Sylacauga last Friday showed how strong that brotherhood is.
I wasn't aware right away that it was a life or death situation.
Friday's football game between Sylacauga and Central Coosa did become a life or death situation for umpire Joey Shellnut, who collapsed after suffering a heart attack.
I think one of my assistant coaches, Derek Crawford, who's been coaching here at Sylacauga for about 30 years, he was quick to realize it. And so did Lou Murphy, the back judge, who came up and literally within 15 seconds I believe it started CPR.
Lou Murphy is a 15-year officiating veteran and a resident of Sylacauga. Murphy declined an on-camera interview but told me each and every game we do our best as officials to help ensure that all the kids stay safe. What you don't imagine is that the people who are in charge of helping others become in need of help themselves. I'm grateful that I had CPR training and faith to move quickly to help my friend Joey. Trainers, firefighters, and a nurse from the stands also moved quickly to help. So too, in his way, did Key Welch, the game's sideline DJ and a local pastor.
Spoke over the microphone to lift up the official in prayer, and then he also went into a worship song. It was a moving experience for everybody in the crowd and everybody part of that. You could just really sense that and feel that, just a sense of unity, and everybody sort of really pouring their heart out for Joey as he was down there battling for his life.
Wednesday, Shelnut underwent double bypass surgery and is on the road to recovery thanks to a team effort started by his friend and fellow official Lou Murphy. Murphy says, may we pray he continues to heal well so that we can go back to doing what we love best, honoring the game of football and ensuring everyone playing stays safe. And we wish Joey Shelnut the very best as he continues his recovery. The Sylacauga Aggies, by the way, play at Montevallo tonight. And now let's join Jamie, former Arnold High and Southern Miss cheerleader with the Spain Park cheer squad.
I mean, look at these cheerleaders right here. These are the stars of the show here tonight. You girls look beautiful, fabulous. Can you introduce yourselves?
I'm Captain Elena Lorino. I'm Co-Captain Britton McClure. My name is Kendall Braun. My name is Bailey Causey.
My name is Anna Kate Latham. You guys are doing a great job. I want you guys to give me a little snippet of what's going to happen tonight. Can you have a cheer? Step back and give us a cheer for tonight? Yes. Thank you, girls.
Go Jags! Go! J-A-G-S! Go Jags! J-A-G-S! Go Jags! J-A-G-S! Go Jags! Go! Let's go, Jags! Let's go, Jags! Come on, Jags! Let's go, Jags! We are Spain Park! We are Spain Park! We are Spain Park! We are Spain Park! Let's go, Jags! Let's go, Jags!
All right, thank you very much, the Spain Park cheerleaders and the Pride of the Park Marching Band. We'll be right back with the last word from the Bucks and the Jags.
Neighborhood. Mic check, mic check. Yes, thank you. So we might do that. I don't know.
So football's a tough game. So if you're not tough, you're not going to be very good. So any team that can find ways to win is pretty tough. So they've got some skill guys, obviously, at quarterback and a couple wide outs, and that, in my opinion, really set the tone for them.
Limit big plays. I mean, they're so daggum talented. I mean, they're matchup nightmares. All over the field, on offense, defense. You don't really have any matchups you really like against these guys. They're very well coached.
There's no hiding it, I mean, crosstown rival. We know everybody, we know each other. We're at parties together and get-togethers together, and so there's no hiding that.
Well, if nobody thinks it's a big game, if they come to it, they'll quickly realize the fans, the city all shows up. And it's been a great atmosphere the last 2 years. Excited to get out there and kind of see what we got. And, of course, the guys in-town rivalry after coming off of a loss last year. So our guys will be ready.
Yeah, we're fired up too. Hoover, Spain Park, the Friday Night Rivals game of the week, 7 o'clock on My 68, and at 10:15, highlights from tonight's big games on the Friday Night Blitz on ABC 3340. Well, that'll do it for this edition of Blitz Game Day live from Spain Park. Thanks to Spain Park coach Tim Makakis and quarterback Brock Bradley.
And the pride of the park marching band and the Spain Park cheerleaders behind us. We're going to give you guys a quick look as we exit out of here. Great night. Enjoy the games, everybody. Friday Night Football in Alabama.